everybody. Welcome again. It's our Faith Family Fitness podcast, and we are so excited to have Eric back. I think that's the last time I've recorded. It's been a hot minute, and I keep watching on social media. Everyone's saying January is like a year long, and that's what it's felt like. So sorry in advance, it's been a hot minute, but I just want to get on and we're going to share about what we're doing and exciting things coming up. And a lot of you loved our last episode together. So thank you for the comments. Thank you for sharing it out and just being a part of it. And we're just really excited to share our love for running and all the things that go and lead us to it. So I want Eric to kind of share about trail running, his first experience, but because I told you all I was training for my second ultra, about, I think it was 2 weeks after the full, and I kind of digested the full a little bit, and it wasn't like the greatest experience, but you learn from every experience, and so I learned from it, and I'm excited, and it wasn't me like wanting to quit. You want to keep going, and I'll probably do a fall marathon, so that's kind of in the works. So some of you have been asking, what are you doing? I'm going to be training for a fall marathon. And so excited for that. But it was so funny, after the marathon, Eric had reached out. He goes, so what are you doing? And I said, well, I have the ultra coming up. I think it was January 6th. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He goes, well, it looks like I'm running one too. Or like,
no,
and I was like, and before I said, hey, I'm doing some trail runs. You want to come? Because we reached out to each other about running together.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not running on the trail. And then all of a sudden he's like, I'm signing up. Which one was it? The 26K?
The Santan.
Oh, the Santan. Yeah. So I did the 50K, and he signed up for the 26K with Susan Loken. It was amazing.
Yep.
And I was super pumped.
Hilarious. Yeah. Well, a lot that you just said right there, but thanks again for having me, by the way.
Oh, I love having you.
We really enjoyed the last conversation. It was so cool, and thanks to everyone who reached out regarding that too. And I just remembered, because we were talking about timeline, right? So we recorded last time together before your marathon at Tucson.
Yes, okay.
And I got to see you run most of the Tucson Marathon.
Right, we should
which was so fun.
That,
So we can go chronologically into what happened December, January, maybe a little bit. But super excited. It's been a great last few months.
You are like the best, I guess Ashley calls them the Sherpas, or how you help people along the marathon. So you and Rob so with the Tucson Marathon, let's talk about that for a second. It's just like a point to point, and so you're just running down and hitting these hills, and they found me at like the worst parts where I knew it wasn't going to be a great day, and it was just getting through it. And you guys were awesome. Like, you can do it, let's go. And because until you've done the marathon, you don't know that feeling until you're like in the middle of it. And so I knew you guys knew I was struggling, so it was nice to have familiar faces helping you. And it meant a lot, so thank you.
You got it. Well, you did a great job, and it was a hard race, and marathons are always challenging, but you had a warmer day at the end.
Yes.
And it's a hard downhill course, and
it's surprising how hard that was.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that again, but
and I thought too, which I was like, I'm never gonna run Tucson, because I just didn't like the way that it was.
Even like the logistics of getting there, getting up so early, and it was just nothing really went as smoothly as we wanted it to go. So,
but you kept fighting, and you had a really great time. What was it, 3:03?
Or 3:03.
Which is still amazing for anyone. I know you didn't hit your goal.
I know it sounds obnoxious. I'm upset about a 3:03, but it's just
we know how it is. But you did great. And what I would just want to call out is your determination to get up and do it again. And so I think you took a day to be upset, to not have hit your goal.
Right. Yeah.
You're like, what's next? And want to push you there too, because you have a lot left, and it's cool to see you.
I know you process it okay. Because I am realistic. I am getting older. I want to still try to get my marathon PR, but I also am okay with it not happening. But I still like the feeling of the training and how working hard. So it's like, maybe my focus needs to change from, I'm going to PR, or I'm going to just run. And do races and experience races and work hard for them.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think that's a great thing. Yeah. And then you barely recovered and went right into the 50K.
Yes.
Which is incredible because of all the elevation gain. And
that was fun. That was when Coach Derek and I were talking, he goes, well, what is your focus on that? And I said, I really just want a better experience than the first one. Like in the summer, I got lost on the 50K, so it turned into a 60K. So I just wanted a better experience. And I didn't go into, I don't really know what my times should be for an ultra. Like I'm very cautious on the trail, even though I'm so faster on the road. It doesn't really always transfer. So
Sure.
There's some guys that can just haul ass down the trail, and I'm like, I'm gonna fall on my face.
Yeah.
And I did fall on my face without even so it's interesting, but I really like it, and I really feel like my body breathes a little bit when I'm on the trail. I don't know if that's your experience when you were.
Let's talk about that, because and again, it was my first ever trail race, and like the story's long, I don't have to share it, but Susan was like, hey, I'm running. I literally reached out to her and I said, hey, do you want to go skiing in Flagstaff or like do a winter adventure this weekend? She goes, no, I'm running the 26K. Do you want to join? And I was like, okay, I guess. Because I knew you were running the 50.
Yes.
And I wanted to go support you either way. And I was like, I guess I'll do 26. Because I had 20 miles on the weekend to train for the Mesa Marathon on the road. But the race was 16.2, 26K, 16.2 miles. So I'm like, okay, I guess. But like just knowing what you said, because I asked you for help before, because I'm like, okay, we're gonna do this. What do I do? What do I do? Okay, step one, buy new trail shoes.
I was like, you can't wear your Fast Alpha shoes.
Yeah.
So and you've got, and it was so funny. I told him, I said, well, I want to get these kind, and then he was like, well, I already bought those. And they worked out for you though.
Yeah, Nike's Zagama, they were awesome. So, but it's just fun to have you and Susan as mentors. But like you knew what you were doing.
She's like incredible.
She's phenomenal. Yeah, but it was a really fun day. And again, getting back to the whole thing we were just talking about is like the road running versus trail running. A lot of people don't know the difference, and we think of it as trail running's more chill and more fun because it's like slower.
Yeah.
And it's using different muscles and different shoes and stuff.
Right.
The road running is just like fast and like balls to the walls.
Yeah, and it's like that pounding. So I have felt I've been mixing it up. Like Derek will have me like do a longer ride on Saturday with like pace work, and then my Sunday is trail. And I have found that like I've been really feeling great. You know, I'm finally recovering from everything, I think, and I'm feeling like healthy, and that's kind of been the goal to keep the trails in there to like. I don't know.
Back pocket training technique.
Yeah, and honestly, it's getting that elevation. I feel like road running, we kind of forget that because we're like, oh, we're just gonna run fast. But like even Tucson, for example, I was like, maybe I need to do more because those hills were a beast. So incorporating the trails to get that elevation work in is another way to get stronger in the marathon.
Yeah, that's a good call out for strength, and then running hills in general are really good. Not substitute for strength, but really good addition.
It is. I feel like it's, even like going up Usery, that's close by to here, it's so much altitude. I feel I have to walk a lot of it, and it's literally doing 100 lunges. So.
Well, you're so good at that, and watching you run Sunday mornings on the trail is so cool because you have like that extra like therapeutic day on Sunday.
It is. It's like my church.
And then you go to church after.
Yeah.
So
sometimes. Saturday night's better to have church now that we have that.
Right. Very true that you can have that alternative.
Morning,
but that's awesome. Like just for the listeners, like and your followers and your athletes and some of my athletes, like just telling them it's good to mix it up, and it's good to have the trail, even if you're new like me. I really felt like that was a good value.
Okay.
Getting out there on the trail and slowing down.
I was so excited because I was like, once he's out there, I think he'll really like it.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tell them, like, was it third overall?
I got third overall, yeah.
His first trail, third overall. I'm like, he's going to
win it! And, like, my season before that was horrible. In my mind, it was horrible. Like, so slow, such a drainer. I'm dealing with a lot of other stuff, like work stuff right now that's just in my mind more than running. But so, it was just so bad. October, November, December were horrible for me in terms of racing. And January was the first race, and I was like, okay, let's see what happens. And it was going to be a PR no matter what. Yeah. My first trail. But, I crushed it, and that was a really good boost to start the year.
How did you feel, in that, the energy of was there energy? Did it feel like a road race? What was, your thoughts for someone that's new coming into it?
Yeah. Well, it was a little smaller than a normal road race. 72 people, I think.
Yeah, it's small.
But it was like it felt like a community event, more community and just more fun and more chill.
Yeah. Talking
with people and trying not to fall. Because
okay.
we could talk about this all day.
I know.
You don't want to, like, your number one priority is to not fall when you're running on the trails. So I'm looking down and like looking at the rocks and like sidestepping and going back and forth. It's not just.
And you did it so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I was trying to not fall, and every mile I thought, oh, I'm like, don't fall. And I was literally like praying the whole time. Like, please let me fall.
And I feel like the more you do it, you get more comfortable. I remember like Jacob, you all run, like he runs with us too.
Yeah.
And he's helped me with the Grand Canyon. He was like, and he would always be like, okay, little steps and just like kind of change it up a little bit, especially with the hiking of the Grand Canyon. But it's such a different feel. Like you don't really enjoy your surroundings. So if you want to enjoy your surroundings, you're going to fall on your face. So yeah, and it's almost like that so at the ultra, I fell mile 6 really bad, flew, and I just took my eyes off the trail for a second. I was talking to a guy, and then all of a sudden I'm on the ground. So it's like those moments of, okay, you gotta be aware. So it's exhausting trail running when it comes to that, because you're like, but
you can't take your mind off for a second. And you fell, but you didn't really get super hurt, which is great.
I was shocked. I don't know how I made it. I'm like, the one girl, she was so nice. That's another thing. You talk more too. So I met this one girl, Kylie, and then I forget this other guy's name. But when you're in the pain cave with people, it just brings out really cool. Like, you don't know, you're just sharing the torture together. So I don't know. You feel like those cool humanity moments. Like, wow.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't even know you, and I'm like, I feel like I know you. So
I felt that too. I love that about the trail race, and then you surprise yourself and you have fun, and you crushed your 50K. You did amazing.
I was happy with it.
You did great.
Yeah, gold. You experienced gold mine. That was 3 times having to do that.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah, so.
That's so brutal. I was looking down at my legs, my quads, and I was like, they're literally tearing. And then I was sore for 4 days, which is more than normal, and then I went to Utah for a work trip, and then came back and raced Rock and Roll Half Marathon on the road 6 days after.
I was a little worried about that for you, but how did that feel? Like you did really well.
Yeah, and again, like, I mean, it's good to call it a good performance, right? Like we'll call it the bad ones, but that was a really good performance.
I mean,
I'm really proud of that. Those back-to-backs, and it just gives you confidence of like going to the trail and not falling your first time and doing well. Like anyone who runs a trail, you're gonna do probably better than you think the first time, or any race in general.
Yes, I agree.
And then Rock and Roll added hills to their course, but I was primed for that because of the trail, so I really am grateful to you for pushing me to go there.
Yeah.
I was watching our last recording, our last podcast that we did together, and at the end, you were like, I have the trail coming up, and I go, you can have that, because I won.
Right? I love it all came full circle. So super proud of you.
Thanks.
Are you going to do another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm already going to go back in 2025
and do this one again.
I want to break
like
2
it.
hours.
Okay, yeah. So that's kind of what you like to do. Go back to the same. That's kind of your like.
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I have the guaranteed like knowledge and understanding that it's going to be a good course unless they change it, and it's a good experience and control, and you know what to expect.
It's funny you say that. That's why I feel weird about not racing Mesa next week, because it's what. Yeah, I feel a little like.
It's a home race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to cheer you on, Mandy on, Jacob, and then who else? Dylan, pacing Mandy.
Yep.
And then who else? I have a lot of athletes running the half 10K and the full, so it's really. I have like several of them their first full ever.
So exciting.
And it has been like, you're like, we're almost there. We're gonna get you there. So it's like coaching me.
That's so
just
cool.
Like,
Quick plug.
Proud mama. But get them across the finish line.
Well, they're going to crush it. And Mesa Marathon, it used to be Mesa Phoenix Marathon. It was my first debut marathon in 2018.
Okay.
And so it sounds like you have a lot of athletes there too. So what would you say as the debut, like the number one tip for those new marathoners?
You know, I always say, like, we always prepare above and beyond. So whether it's you have prepared for 4 gels, you're going to pack 8. You know, like always above and beyond. And then just enjoy it. Like it's your first time, so this will be your personal best. Like that pressure. I wish I knew that my first marathon. I wish I knew like this. There's nothing to prove here. You just go run. You put the work in and go after it. Have fun. Enjoy it. Enjoy it as much as you can.
Yes.
The work's been done, so let's just go for it.
It's the celebration of all the work. Is that the celebration of the 26.2 mile race and just have fun.
You've done hundreds of miles. It's just 26.2. I saw that quote. Like, I'm like, okay.
Yes, I love that so much. And then again, we've talked about this before, but my favorite marathon quote is everything you've ever wanted to know about yourself, you'll learn in 26.2 miles. So you're going to learn a lot and just be excited to learn a lot about yourself.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt at the end, but it should. And it's fun. And this is so cheesy, but I just feel like marathon day is like a holiday. It's like Christmas
Yeah.
or like a birthday.
Yeah.
It's so
but like
fun.
you're so nervous, excited, and then that's good.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So you get excited for it. And I just think that people who have fun with racing can know that they're going to have fun with racing. Like, it's still nerve-wracking for everyone. But JC and I always talk about this. She always gets like so nervous for races, and I'm like, I just don't feel it anymore because it's way more. It's like the icing on top of the cake. Where you didn't think you'd like you didn't ever think you'd be where you are.
No,
right?
My first marathon was like a 3:28.
Yeah.
Like I was like ecstatic.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm shooting for that 250. So
Yep. And
we'll see what
so
happens.
no matter if it's it's a 4-hour marathon for you or a 5-hour marathon or a 250, like
The fact
or
that
259.
you're doing it, what is it, top 1% in the world?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So, and then I think Mesa comes at a good time too because the U.S. Olympic Trials Marathon is tomorrow.
Yes.
So it's a week before our Mesa Marathon.
Which is cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it
Once
kind of
every
gets
4
you
years.
excited to watch
So,
and see these
yeah.
amazing athletes just
Yep.
go after it.
So that U.S. team inspires me because they're the best of the best, way better than me, and so like it's just cool to see.
Yeah, perspective.
No, and they are, but I don't actually want to be in their shoes.
I know.
but
I'm like, I'm good.
I feel like it'd be too much stress and just craziness, but I'm
It's
super
just so
stoked
amazing to see.
for that.
Yeah, cheer them on. Let's
Yeah.
go. I have a client that she's an athlete. She realized she had a business trip in Orlando. She's leaving today to go home. She was like, didn't even realize they were tomorrow. I was like, just change your flight so you could stay and watch. But
Yeah.
she was like, you can't. It's like hundreds of dollars.
I know.
I was like, dang it.
Trials tomorrow.
So, yeah.
Disney World on Sunday. Go
Oh,
home Monday.
perfect. We should have planned that.
I know, that would have been fun.
Yeah.
But it'll be great to see that, and then the road to the Olympics this summer in Paris. That'll be really cool to watch, and great for new runners too who are just getting into the sport, like want to see some
watch.
motivation. It's
Yeah.
awesome, so fun, emotional
Incredible.
every year. So
Yeah.
and then like even if people aren't racing Mesa, like come out and watch because it's such a fun race to watch. And with Rock and Roll a few weeks ago, they took out the marathon. So
Yes.
there's Mesa, so I feel like we'll have more runners at the Mesa
sure.
Marathon.
Yeah.
So
So plan early.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about your plans for the spring as we get toward the hot time in the summer. It's not here yet.
I know.
But
I know you hate it.
I-
He like goes away and I'm stuck here. I'm like, ugh. But
Yep.
it's so funny though because I thought about, do I just kind of squeeze in another marathon, And I just did not feel peace about that.
In the spring?
In the spring.
Okay.
And I'm going to be doing the Grand Canyon, I think, in June.
Nice.
And I want to do a really fast time with that.
When is that?
I think the beginning.
June 8th?
Yes. You're better at
Yeah.
that.
Well, I'll be in Alaska, so Jared and I
Okay.
talked about this.
Okay.
I want to go with you guys
We're
and
gonna
like
do it.
trying to
well,
do
we do
Grand
it every
Canyon.
year, so you can hop on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
it's I don't know. There's something amazing. Like it's just incredible.
It's
like,
majestic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so like like when I see that, I'm like, okay, I believe in God for sure because there's no how.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
exactly
just,
why I do. Yeah.
yeah.
Because of all the
it's so cool.
beautifulness around running. And
Yeah. Anyways,
So pretty.
so that and then I really feel like I want St. George is my half marathon PR,
Mm-hmm.
and I just felt like that I need to go there for the marathon. So I'm gonna make sure I register this time so I can actually go.
Did you miss it last time?
Oh, I had like an elite bib. I got the code, and then I thought I registered, and then I
no.
didn't register in time, and they would not let me in.
That's horrible.
They were not like super cool.
I remember that actually. That was 21.
It was devastating, yeah.
Yeah,
And then I had to like last minute go do the Hartford Marathon.
that's right. I remember this. Oh, that was so sad.
But you learn a lot. All
Yeah.
these learning things. So you just like pivot and either
You pivot.
sulk in it or just fix it and go,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah, and good for
Yeah.
you for not sulking in it. Like,
Yeah,
Who
well, all
knows,
that
it's all meant to
training,
be.
you're like, okay.
but it was a week later, right?
Yeah, or something like that. I forget how it worked out, but it was funny because I was like, St. George is so fast, I'm going to get like my best PR. And then in like Hartford was really hard. So it's funny like how I've had to wait for this PR.
This is your redemption year, and
It's going to happen.
you're going to train all
Let's
summer
go. Yeah.
and rest more and
Yes.
take other things off your plate.
I'm going to
So you
try.
can focus more on running.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I need that
We'll push you.
accountability.
Yeah.
Will you be there? Say no, Amanda.
I mean,
Yeah.
see, that's the thing about summer training is you got to have those accountability buddies, buddies or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you won't really want to do it alone. And here I am saying this as I'm hopefully going to be gone for July and August to try to like go to the East Coast and train.
You should.
But then hopefully, Lachong.
Are you doing what are you
registering for New York?
Oh.
I didn't get in last year, which is annoying. Like
That is kind of
even
weird.
being a really fast athlete, like they wouldn't let me in because of the lottery timing. So I'm hoping to get in. But
Oh, this is crazy.
if I
Yeah.
don't get in, then I won't have a fall marathon, and I will just roll with the punches as we do and do something else. But yeah, we'll have a good summer coming up.
That'd be
So
great.
I think it's awesome. Anything else we want to cover today before we wrap up
I
with
think
our
that's everything.
today?
So, oh yeah, we always are going to be sharing our Fit Aid. This has been awesome. So share away our posts. So we blast it out on Spotify and YouTube. So as you share it, you have to like tag us so we know that you shared it. So I know I can give you a Fit Aid. So you do that. We want to share our amazing Fit Aid. They have recovery as well as if you need like a pre-workout, but post-workout is really what I like. It's awesome, yay! But thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
I
thanks
love
for having
talking
me.
running and just sharing.
So much fun.
You know, and like those of you that like, I'm launching a digital course in a couple weeks for like runners of all walks of life, whether you're seasoned or whatever. And I don't want you to walk away from this not thinking, oh, this is I can never run a marathon, or I can never do this and never do that. Just start and do the course and like just learn more about it and believe in yourself that you can do things and do hard things. Like we never thought we would be doing what we're doing right now. It's just taking that first step and getting in a community and with people that like support you and want to see you succeed. So
100%.
reach out if you ever like in a couple weeks we'll be doing like a free workshop like to introduce what it's all about, and it just kind of shows you how to fuel, how to recover, all the things like strength and running fast.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I know we
super fun.
love it. We like to collaborate on things. We both have coached marathoners and half
Yeah.
marathoners to finish lines. We love working with beginners because you get to see that improvement so quickly, and
It's so cool.
just love supporting our athletes and seeing people win. It's great.
So reach out to any of us and we're here to help.
Yeah, thanks
All
for
right,
having me.
we'll see you next time, friends. Bye.